No matter how, quote, virtuous you get towards the SJWs, they will invariably find something to pick at you about and try to cancel you. No matter what it is, no matter who you are, the minute you disagree with one of these people, they just go off the rails. They want you taken down. They want you destroyed. They want everybody turning against you. And that's exactly what we're having right now with this woman, T Cares. I'm sorry, this they them T Cares. Let's not get hasty and call them. They also the one TAR on YouTube as a board game reviewer, getting really bitter and trying to cancel the Dice Tower. We'll get into that in just a second. My name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling comic creator and an award-winning author. I'm going to be getting into board game design and all that very soon, so you guys just hold your horses. We'll be on it. But right now, we've got comics out. If you like manga, if you like fun, if you like opposition to cancel culture, if you like good, fun, clean stuff, this is it. A High School Girl in the Crusades. We had a crushing last couple days, and I appreciate everybody who came in and backed. It's still available for a limited time. You can get this today and get us there. Get us to 12,000 and beyond. We're going to just keep making waves and having fun, and nobody's going to be able to stop us. That link's in the description below, and thank you so much to all the supporters so far. All right, here we are. T Cares, who is a minor board game YouTube reviewer, as you can see right here, who used her SJW cred in order to get some prominence in the industry. Basically makes a whole living off of being the victim. Of course, goes by they, them, puts the pronouns in the bio, does the whole thing. It's all about cancel culture with this person. This person's tried to cancel several different creators just for the way they vote or their religious beliefs or other things like that. Just one of the worst people in board gaming all around. Of course, companies have been trying to promote this person. One of them was HABA or Haba Games, who hired them in order to get into, their diversity quota or whatever it was. But that didn't last, and we'll get into that in a second because the person was, of course, fired. But here we are. They're trying to cancel the Dice Tower for daring to hold a convention in Nevada and then daring to just abide by the rules of Nevada rather than trying to push some draconian COVID policy on board gamers, which doesn't make any sense. So here they go.
Let me get this straight. The convention with no vaccination or negative test mandates just made their main event space masks optional. Did I get that right?
You notice they always start with this like passive-aggressive tone, which communicates to their followers that this is absolutely crazy. No, the Dice Tower is just following the rules of Nevada. Nevada does not have mask mandates. They do not have vaccine mandates. And it's because they've found a couple of things scientifically, which we know in 2022 as fact now. The masks that everybody wears, the paper masks or whatnot, don't really stop the spread of COVID whatsoever. You need an N95 mask to do that if you really are into that sort of thing. Go for it, but that's what you need. All it does is just hurt your breathing ability. Number two, the vaccines don't actually stop the spread of COVID whatsoever. So there's debate on whether it lessens the symptoms or not. I don't know. I'm not a medical professional. But we do know there is enough data that it does not seem to stop the spread of whatever the new COVID variants are whatsoever. So it makes sense that the government policies are this, and it makes sense that Dice Tower just is going by that rather than trying to harass their fans on top of government regulations and things like that. I'm not a huge fan of the Dice Tower or anything like that. I do think Tom Vassel's an all right reviewer. We have made a video about that before. They do have SJW influences within their deal. But, at the end of the day, this is worse. And, I got to say, ever since they hired this Camilla Cleghorn, Tom, I know you guys watch this channel, especially when we make videos like this. I could watch her all day. So please more Camilla on the channel. That makes me very happy. I'm totally not simping. Totally not simping. All right. So it continues with this person. All right. Dice Tower West
spells it out pretty clear on this page and their Facebook post today about Nevada dropping the state masks mandates.
Yay, Nevada.
They do not have a vaccination nor negative test requirement for their show and will now not be requiring masks in the main space.
Gosh, this makes me want to go all the way out to Nevada. I mean, I might be down to do that. It's a little bit of a trip, but if Camilla's there, I can't do that. I can't do that. Okay. All right. No simping. Okay. So this whole deal was about them trying to rile up a mob to try to cancel this convention, try to get people not to attend this convention, probably because they weren't invited as a guest, is what I'm going to guess about this. But it goes further. Camilla's been losing, or not Camilla, sorry, what's on the mind? T-Cares here has been losing their clout within the board game industry over the last month, and this is a lashing out at people who are remaining popular and remaining influencers in the board game industry. As you can see, at the end of last year, I was pretty frustrated with my situation. To be quick, I was in charge of everything games related for HABA in North America, and my voice had weight in a lot of other things in games outside North America. But my hands were still tied in certain areas. As you can see, this was about clout. This person was trying to basically just shift who was allowed to get published and who was not, just much like they're trying to say who can hold a convention and what rules they're allowed to have. Otherwise, they're going to run afoul of their clout. That's the deal. I love HABA, but if I wanted to sell a game about colors or math in North America, it was a slog of red tape and politics, and it was a slog. So I decided I need to work someplace where there wasn't an ocean between me and the rest of them. AKA, this person got fired for not doing their job. But they say they quit. Here we go. I quit. I took some time for me. That means they didn't have a job for a long time. Figured out what I wanted and then started looking, and that's when S Bright Studio comes in. I met this person through Gamma, which is a game association filled with SJWs, losing a lot of their members, losing a lot of their clout within the industry at this point, because they're just following through and pushing this SJW agenda all the time. And we had chatted about games and gamings, and I was really impressed they'd make a Snowbright. So this person lost their job at a much bigger company because they don't really work, these SJWs. They don't really do much. They don't add value for companies. They just try to push their clout. They try to push their social agendas. And that makes it hard to sell games because families, people who are, like me, I got my kids and all that. We just want to hang out and play games. We don't want to have to deal with some pink hair person lecturing us about genders while we're trying to move our meeples around a board. Just doesn't make any sense. And you're seeing a sea change in the board game industry where there's a little bit of this hey, we're not going to actually push this agenda. We're just going to follow what the state guidelines are on this. And you know what? We're just going to have fun and play games. And I applaud the Dice Tower for actually following through with that. That's a really nice gesture that they've done. And, maybe they're on a upswing after a couple tumultuous years of trying to push these type of people into board game positions. I think what's happening is we're seeing that everybody's getting tired of the constant drama mongering by these people, the constant victimization of these people. It's not about that. Board games really don't have that. Nobody sees color in board games. There's no racist, sexist, homophobic whatevers in board games. There's only people trying to have family fun and trying to have fun with friends that's just away from the corporate entertainment crap that's being shoved in our faces every single day in the culture wars. So this is what we're seeing here. We're seeing a bunch of angry people right here. So here we go. This is exactly the intent to push this sort of thing, to push a panic and try to cancel the Dice Tower. Make no mistake. This is how they do things.
Sounds like a classic super spreader to me. Wow, embracing Florida vibes.
Well, yeah, the Dice Tower's from Florida. So now they're going to virtue signal that Florida's bad and that these people are bad because they're from Florida. There it is.
Fuck Dice Tower.
Look at this guy. Yeah, well, maybe the Dice Tower's moving away from all this. And maybe we need to support them again. I don't know. It's getting kind of easy to support. No, we're not doing that on this channel. I'm sorry. No simping. All right, vaccination status up too early.
Yikes-a-rooney.
Look at how they talk.
Oof.
They can't talk like normal people, any of these SJWs, any of the time. Of course, they've all got pronouns in their bios. They're all nuts, and that's the whole deal. Oh, man. It's a little late for me to be thinking about going to Nevada in a month, but man, this really makes me want to go. It really makes me want to just have fun in board gaming. I know my friends from TGG Games, who are a great board game supplier. If you guys want it, it's tgg-games.com. If you want to buy games from people who don't hate you, who respect their customers and provide great customer service, that's them. I don't get paid by them or anything like that. Just trying to be helpful. I know they're there in Nevada, and I could go have a great time. It is something I really would like to do at this point, but we'll see if I can swing it. We'll see what happens. All right, what do you think about this? Do you think following state rules and just following guidelines that the government provides for these things is a bad thing?
Do you need to do better,
as the SJWs say? I don't know. We'll find out. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, don't forget to back A High School Girl in the Crusades, my new book right now. We're having fun despite these people, and we're never going to stop. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.